Okay. A little bit ahead of schedule this time. But here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to the IMRC. Action tonight from Fontana, California. The official schedule has been changed. So what was supposed to be last week's race is now this week. And a couple little movements of the schedule later. This is where we're at. So welcome everyone for the third race of the season. For 80 laps tonight. Right now I am flying solo. Might get Seth in here if things don't go his way. He will be racing tonight, as will our buddy Blake. Good luck to both of them. Good luck to all drivers here tonight. Another really, really impressive field here tonight for the IMRC. So, on the note though, we're going to give a quick rundown of the starting order here. On pole, pretty impressively, Chris Wetz on the front, or at the front of the grid, with William Goss to his outside in second. Talladega winner Jeff Dixon and Zach Rogers. Rogers right on Goss's tail. We all know what happened last week. They seem to be on good terms, at least in the moment. Hopefully they're not on good terms though and make for good TV. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I was just giving them some crap before we started here. So good luck to those guys. Hopefully everything goes well. Tyler Mallon and Robbie Gilvin. Gilvin with an excellent 6th place qualifying position there. Liam Tingley and last week's winner Jovan Anderson. And then Shane Sides and Chris Emery. Emery looking for some redemption after last week. Michael Norman and Noah Degenhart are 11th and 12th, and Natan Amoedo and Ali Rain, Dunn Laprade and Mitch Hobbs, Tristan Allen and Daniel Rodriguez, and then Henry Nova and Alexander Gonzalez round out the top 20. Seth Cole, Dejon Weeks, Cole Baker, Blake Warren, Daniel Day all took lap times. That is the top 25. And then you got Benjamin White, David Alvarez, Jerome Lewis, Felipe Teixeira, and Cody Lamas, making it a 30-car field here tonight. Which I think was even more than we had it last week in Michigan, so this should be a pretty good show. Not knowing the show that we also had last season, that was pretty awesome. Of course, the usual happy hour shenanigans are ensuing right now. Let's see. In terms of anything to expect, talking to Seth and a couple of the drivers, a little bit loose, especially on the short run, but it will tighten up in a hurry. Very rough racetrack, mainly inside line dominant. Pit window looks like, at least as far as fuel goes, will be about 25 laps, give or take a little bit. Because, of course, with the tire game being the way that it is, but also with this being a big track, speeds being pretty high, there will be some draft factor in there as well. Pit road speed will be 55 miles per hour. And of course, that's always going to be a site of some drama should we make it to any green flag pit stops. Again, 80 laps are on tap, with, of course, 10 additional laps given for possible green-white checkers, should it come to that. I'm a little stuffed up right now, so don't mind me. Good to see y'all in chat there. Welcome, welcome. Again, flying solo for the time being. Hope to get someone in here at some point, but also at the same time, hopefully not, because then that means that someone probably had a problem. Namely, Seth, when he blew up at Talladega. Again, so far 2 races down. So far it is Jeff Dixon and Jovan Anderson, the two winners. Jeff Dixon, of course, pretty much with some of the best stats so far, with a first and a fourth place finish. Zach Rogers, though, after having a really dominant car last week at Michigan, looking for some redemption after a skirmish with the 27 of Will Goss. Again, it looks like things have kind of settled down, although I will admit that post-race in the group, things got pretty heated. Happy hour indeed. And yeah, you can tell that everyone's pretty happy right now. Very happy. So of course, good luck to all the drivers here tonight. Hopefully we got a good show on tap for everybody. Race has officially been kicked forward. We are ready to get after it. I'm going to get on and off track so that I don't hold anybody up. And I think we're all going to need some drinks maybe after this one. Who knows? So the field taking shape. Pace car ready to get them rolling here. Will Goss sporting a brand new Mountain Dew scheme. That thing looks freaking amazing. A lot of awesome schemes here tonight. Of course, the 69 Viagra car finished second last week. Looking to maybe lengthen it out one more spot. It had to be done. A couple cars still need to take the grid here. There's the 6. And the 93. So the 71 and the 27 here on the front row. Ford and Chevy. Then a couple more Fords. And then the first Toyota. Couple Toyotas in the third row. Great to have everyone here tonight. Wide track, can go as it can take it 4, 5 wide if you want to. The inside lane though going to be probably where you want to be. And of course there will be some draft coming into effect as speeds will definitely be going over 200 miles an hour going into these corners. Pace car pulls down. It's Fontana. It's the third race of the season. Finally. After some glitches, but we are at it here and racing out west. Whoa! Tyler Mallon loose and into the wall, and that's going to be a restart. And just like that, it's already been reset. And yeah, for 14, Jeff Dixon, a little bit of lag there. That was a little scary. But right there, that was that just looked like either something happened in the back, or the 18 got loose trying to catch it. I say something may have happened further back because maybe they knew it and decided, well, time to kill everybody. Memes are made here. So the field takes shape for the second time, and the final time. This will be, of course, the only other attempt. Whatever happens from here, it's going to be what it is. We'll have that, the outtakes, no doubt about it. I mean, on cold tires, on these short runs, these things are definitely going to be loose. Kicking the rear ends out a little bit. Jeff Dixon starting in third there. Still having some lag issues. If it gets serious enough, they will tell him to drop out of the way. Looked like he was actually maybe considering doing that, going down the back straightaway the first time. But the official start here. Into the restart zone. And the green flag is out. It's all on from here. It was a pretty even start the first time out. Now this time, Chris Wetz with the better start. Someone is spinning in the back and already trouble with Benjamin White. I saw Cole Baker and Cody Lamas also slowed down. But we're still going. No caution called. And looks like they just called it right there. So as we're coming to the green on the second and official attempt, trouble early on. This is at the very back. Cole Baker in the 11. Looked like he was the first to have trouble. Yeah, just a little slow to get going, and then got a tap from Daniel Day in the 3. And that just sent them around. So that was a contact wreck. Caution has been called. Yeah, if anything, maybe the 3 of Daniel Day tried to maybe give a little bit of a boost to the 11, and just didn't quite work out, being on the slight turn that is the front straightaway. So that will pretty much keep everyone in their designated spots. That they started with. I can't imagine anyone's going to be pitting this early on. With it being an 80-lap race and about a 25-lap fuel window. That's, of course, assuming that you're not saving. If you're saving it, maybe you can go an extra lap or two, about 26, 27. So if you do that for every run, you might be able to really stretch it and make it a 2-stopper. I think the number, for the most part, will probably be a 3-stop race, though. Couple guys doing the fake out. Actually, Jeff Dixon has come down pit road, as will Robbie Gilvin. And probably some other drivers possibly further back. And, oh yeah, that's right. We got the choose cone here. We'll see how that'll shake everybody up. They've taken one to go here. Everyone picking their desired lines, and they look pretty staggered, pretty much where they were. A couple guys look like may have gained some spots there. Will be Don LaPrade and Henry Nova on the outside. Most drivers electing to take the inside line for the restart. But the front row looks awfully familiar. Chris Wetz and William Goss. We're restarting from the front. Now Tyler Mallon and Zach Rogers will be 3rd and 4th. With Shane Sides and Liam Tingley in 5th and 6th. Field once again taking shape. Everyone getting caught back up. A couple drivers needing to get up there pretty quickly. And hey, as always, real life takes priority. So you're all good there. Shout out to Nick Gunther in the chat. And a shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for being here. So going green at the start-finish line as dictated by the leader, which is that A-game number 71 Ford. Chris Wetz gets them back going a little bit slower on the inside line getting going. Going to give Will Goss the jump. Tyler Mallon giving the 71 a little shove and a little bit up the track. Almost in the door of the 27. Mallon considering 3 wide. Decides against it. And they are side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Staggered 2 by 2 throughout the top 10. Everyone probably just trying to find their rhythm right now. Drivers all over the place back here. Onto the apron is Dejan Weeks. That is legal, albeit a little dangerous. 3 wide, Jovan Anderson in the middle. Don LePrand on the outside. But Chris Wett's with the lead out right now, with Mallon behind him. Everyone's still awfully stacked up right here. But as long as they can get these tires up to temperature, we should be starting to settle down here, trying to get into a long run, trying to save those tires as much as possible. Everyone really checking up here. Looks like the caution is out once again. Another problem in the back. And heavy damage for the 16. That is Felipe Teixeira. That's Durham Lewis, and they're still at it. Mitch Hobbs, and there's Baker once again. 22 and 16 are destroyed. So going into turn 1 and 2. And looks like the 89, possibly with a self-spin, and then just collected a number of other drivers. Oh yeah, he had to check up there for the 63 and just looped it on around. Everyone else trying to avoid, and yeah, there's the hard hits for the 16 and the 22. Looks like Blake Warren and the 8 did a great job of getting through there. Yeah, we might have a couple on boards here. Yeah, I think Jerm was just trying to get it going, backing it up, and then Teixeira just trying to get back up to speed, and that ended up putting the 16 up and over. The 89 with the spin. Jeff Dixon also in a bit of an iffy spot there, but on the outside of it is going to get through it. Cole Baker nearly missed it and then just lost control. Should be in good shape. Michael Norman also a great job. A number of great driving jobs there. There's Tristan Allen. And of course, Allie Rain getting through it in the 23. We got a couple onboards here. Of course, as per request, we'll go ahead and do Allie's onboard here. In the 23, with the rather fitting sponsor. Seth Cole was also up there, and yeah, oh, Cody Lamas also spun. But probably shouldn't have too much in terms of damage. We'll get another one. This is with Blake Warren, who's going to get a pretty crazy view here. And this Exalta Chevrolet. There they go. A little bit of contact with the 16. But shouldn't be too bad. All in all, a great driving job by a number of those guys back there. A tough break, though, for the 16 and the 22. We'll see how their speed is going to fare after this one. So it looks like we may have had a mixed bag of strategy here. I'm just going to go all the way back here and see who did what. Chris Emery has stayed out. Well, pretty much every one of the front runners has pitted. Dejan Weeks has also stayed out. Don LePrand as well. And there's Robbie Gilvin. Looks like everyone else pretty much on the same strategy as far as tires, because Chris Wetz has led them off. So that will put the 71 back to 5th now. Top 4 stayed out that first go around. And Super Saiyan Mustang. It looks like no damage setting is on. It is definitely on. It is probably moderate damage. This series has always run moderate damage. You got 3 settings in NR. Of course, you have no damage, moderate, and realistic. Moderate, of course, you can take a few more hits without suffering any ill effects. If it's realistic, if you so much as even scrape the wall, it can hurt you somewhat considerably. Dejan Weeks, the ultimate tire warm-up right there. Of course, Dejan Weeks, the reigning champion of this series, the Season 10 champion. Of course, driving the number 10 in the familiar Smithfield colors. Just did what he had to do to get through, and it paid off in a dramatic thriller of a race at Homestead last season. Took home the championship. Had kind of a slow first couple races here, but now looking to bring in some bigger results. Currently running in third after strategy call to stay out. Robbie Gilvin doing the same thing. We're still single file, so I'm guessing that we are still gonna have a lap or two before we go green. Incident is probably being reviewed by Shane Sides, the admin. That's him being on pit road. That is always the take if a caution comes out and nobody claims it, wherein they say, "Oh, that was my fault, I'll take the penalty." The admin will look at it and deem whose fault it was, if they indeed deem it was anybody's fault. And then they will assess penalties accordingly. Penalties for incidents will always be an EOL and a strike, and if you get 2 strikes or cause 2 incidents, you will be parked for the race. That is, of course, just that's pretty much a NR-wide system. Some kind of a strike system. That's just to prevent excessive cautions and aggressive driving and any other kind of shenanigans. Unlike in real NASCAR, you can spin 10 times, bring out 10 cautions, and they'll let you keep going. So long as you have any kind of modicum of speed. But in NR, in probably 99% of leagues out there, you will get the short end of the stick if you cause too many cautions. So 1 to green has been taken this time. And again, looks like probably pretty staggered for the choose cone here. So will be Emery and LaPrade, Weeks and Gilvin. They are the drivers that stayed out. And Chris Wetz and William Goss. Shane Sides now will be 7th. And then Zach Rogers, Tyler Mallon, and Liam Tingley will round out the top 10 for the time being. As we will be taking green with 70 to go. And all I'll say is it depends on your definition of aggression. If you're talking like you're going to dive bomb him every single corner just to try and pass him, then yeah, that won't end well in this sim. I can tell you that. It's about playing the long game in most of these NR races, especially at a track like Fontana. This particular version being pretty abrasive. These tires will fall off as the run goes on. Probably lose about a second or more of lap time by the time they have to come down pit road. So Chris Emery is now the control car. Of course, we know that he's got great speed on these tracks. Very nearly brought it home at Michigan. Green flag back out once again. Little jockeying further back. Emery with a great jump, though, going to clear everybody. But now here's a question of how much tires are going to matter, because they only had about 2 or 3 laps on them. Ooh, a little sideways is Dejan Weeks. Keeps it straight, though. A little shove to the 25 from the 69. It's always a matter of throttle control on these restarts. Trying to let off so that you don't hit the guy in front of you, but then you don't get run over by the guy behind you. Tyler Mallon jumps up in front of the 6. A little narrow there, but makes it work. And Jovan Anderson trying to take Henry Nova using the inside line to get up to the front. Right now, things are looking pretty even. A little dart there from, that is the 20 of Daniel Rodriguez. Noah Degenhart behind him. But Emery's starting to pull a little bit of a gap. Dejan Weeks in second, using that apron to his advantage. And it's working for him. Jovan Anderson, really sideways. Phenomenal save. Going to lose a little bit of ground, though. And we are under caution once again. And that is Daniel Day, destroyed. Engine smoking. There's Teixeira again. Once again, absolutely killed. Don't see anyone else. But that 3 car, I think, is probably going to be done for the race. Let's see what happened here as I go too far back because I misclicked as always. So we're going down the straightaway. It looks like a little bit of a moment there from Michael Norman. Gets back up. And going in the corner and just starts to, the back end just starts to kick out just a little bit. And then that was that, and oh goodness! Flying in the air was Allie Rain getting into the 3. Mitch Hobbs also involved. So yeah, those two were actually not too bad, not too badly, or not in bad shape. But then something happened back here that got some attention. We'll look at that in just a moment. Yep, the 16 and the 3 going for a spin. And then I don't know what happened, the 23 and the 89. We'll have a look here. Mitch Hobbs maybe getting off the throttle, starts to spin. And Allie Rain just nowhere to go. And just a bad bounce off of the 89. That could not have been a worse trajectory that 23 went on. That's just bad luck. Mitch Hobbs immediately retires the car. Allie Rain's still out there. There's Teixeira on pit road still. Maybe we're going to try to make something happen. Looks like Daniel Day might also be out, and indeed he is. So checking the leaderboard here. Yep, the 3 and the 89 going to be the first 2 retirees of the night. 22, 78, and 23 have fallen a lap down. Don't know how the 22 would have lost a lap. I'm being told in chat that Seth had a penalty of some sort and is now a lap down. If that was before the caution, one of them, don't know who will be, well, I think it'll probably be either 78 or the 22, will get the free pass and get back on the lead lap. With the benefit of being the first car a lap down. But yeah, these cars are definitely dancing in the corners, and it's keeping things pretty sketchy. But Chris Emery and Dejan Weeks appear to have stayed out once again, so they are still on the tires that they started the race. Zach Rogers may have stayed out this time, along with Noah Degenhart, and that is David Alvarez. Good to see that 68 up front here. It will now be 5th. Shane Sides, Don LaPrade, Robbie Gilvin, Will Goss, and Jovan Anderson. And then another mixed bag of strategy. Chris Wetz on pit road. Looks like may have also gotten some kind of a penalty or something up with that 71. I'm not sure if maybe there's some kind of a glitch happening. Maybe that was the glitch that caused this race to be delayed anyway, is because if they don't pull into the pit road correctly, like if... Sorry, I'll try to get a shot of it, if I can. But where they enter pit road... That's my internet blipping, I apologize for that. So where they would be entering pit road right over here, there is a cone, And sometimes a glitch occurs where if you're too close to the cone, even if you're still inside of it, you get a 30-second penalty for an unsafe pit entry, which would normally happen if you like went through the grass and then like merged between the cone and the wall. But that might be what's getting some of these guys the penalties that we're seeing. Benjamin White has now also retired. So 30 cars started, 27 still running, 24 are on the lead lap. So Zach Rogers will now be second by virtue of the choose cone, and David Alvarez is now fourth in the 68. First time we've seen it 68 up toward the front. We'll see what he'll be able to do with that additional track position. Liam Tingley and Shane Sides will be the third row, and then Alexander Gonzalez also going to be able to show what that 63 can do with this added track position. And then Don LaPrade to his outside in 8th. Round out the top 10 will be Noah Degenhart and Robbie Gelvin. 24 cars on the lead lap. 3 cautions so far. Coming back green here on lap 17 of 80 scheduled laps. Twisted Tea number 52. Chris Emery. Bringing them to the green. 38 got ejected. Really? Wait, where are you finding this out? No, I'm actually curious. In the meantime, though, we are back to racing. A little bit of a slower start from the 68, and once again, the 52 going to clear everybody. Zach Rogers is going to try and get the momentum on the outside. But it's going to be advantage Emery for the time being. A couple guys looking to make some moves there. And everyone probably just trying to settle down. Try to keep their cars pointed in the right direction. Although, of course, with this track being as wide as it is, you can go just about anywhere that you want. But still, these tires just keep getting colder and colder with all the caution running that they're doing as everyone tries to settle it down now to a single file line. There's Anderson and Amoedo on the inside. Teammates, the 93 and the 36. As Anderson finally driving a Ford. Was driving a Toyota for the first couple races. Now driving the 93 Amoco Ford. A great looking one at that. Amoedo, though, not really content to ride there. Looking to make the move. That is for a top 10. Henry Nova doing a good job sitting right there behind them. And there's Don LaPrade. Lost a little bit of ground on that restart, trying to make it up here. But everyone's starting to spread it out just a little bit. Emery and Rogers looking to gain some ground. Dejon Weeks in 3rd. And Liam Tingley, credit to the 03, currently running in 4th. And then the Mikazuki car. Bit of a throwback scheme right there. Running in 5th, maybe trying to get 4th now from that 03. Noah Degenhart currently doing a great job in 6th place at the moment. Oh. Oh, goodness. Wow, okay. Dang, that's something. But yeah, actually, I will throw that out there because I did not know that. Thank you for telling me. That Seth Cole is also streaming his point of view of this race in the 78, and you'll get to hear all the admin calls as they happen if you tune into that, because he's actually in a line of communication with Shane Sides, the admin, who is talking to all the drivers via whisper. I have him muted so that I can commentate properly. Actually kind of funny to see the 78 and the 8 that close together, being that they are my two colleagues pretty much here in the booth, or have been so far this season. It's been a pleasure having them, but it's good to see them out on track. Wishing them the best of luck. Currently running a little further back in the field. So we're checking up toward the front here. We got a battle for the lead going on here. With the 52 and the 6. 6 on the outside, 52 inside. Drivers got by Liam Tingley, smoke in the back. And it's Alley Rain again. Don't know if that was contact. Looks like we are staying green for right now. Ooh, a great run there by Zach Rogers on the outside. Will take the lead from the 52. So with where they pitted there, roughly around that 15. Again, that's roughly. That should get them to about lap 40 on this tank of fuel. Shane Sides, though, on a bit of a charge here. Just got by the 03. Got a couple of guys to go with him. And now, looking to hound the 10. That would be for third. Noah Degenhardt up now in the top 5 in the 87. They all have a little bit of a gap back to 7th, which is now William Goss. Just got by Alexander Gonzalez in the 63. Jovan Anderson looking to come up here. There's Cole Baker, despite being involved in the first 2 cautions. Now up in the top 10 in that number 11 machine. Had a strong car despite being involved in a bit of a bizarre incident last week. But still had pretty good speed. Now looking to show it once again at a very similar track. Tire wear might be a little more severe at this track versus last week. But last week also definitely gave these guys a good indication as far as what this is going to be like. Chris Emery looking to take the lead back, trying to get to the inside of the 6. Had a good run there. He's going to get to the inside. Again, a couple really fast cars. We saw it at Michigan, now seeing it here. Dejon Weeks, though, saying, hey, I'm right here, and I'm willing to do what I got to do. Oh, my God, it really is. To the inside, 3 wide. Taking no prisoners is that 10 car. That is a familiar style. That's going to hurt the momentum of Emery. He's going to fall back to 5th. Almost 6th if Tingley gets by him. Rogers is going to hold the lead. But a bold move, being that we're not even halfway yet. Ooh, pushing up a little bit there. That's going to be a bit of a problem as this run goes on, or is the car actually getting a little bit tight? Degenhardt looking to make the move. Weeks throws the block. Weeks really using that apron in 3 and 4, the most out of anyone else. No one wanted to yield right there off of 4. And now Tingley trying to make it happen on the inside. Rest of the pack, though, has caught up with all this battling up here. There's Goss and company. Anderson, Baker, there's Gilvin. Really coming into form as that 69. Did have a win last season, but other than that, maybe didn't make that much noise. But now this season, definitely looking a lot stronger. A little more smoke there in 3 and 4. Not sure who that was. May have been the 23 again, actually. But new leader now is the admin himself and the league owner, Shane Sides. And Tingley up to 3rd. Doing a fantastic job on that 03. I was just about to say, though, about Gilvin having finished runner-up at Michigan. He knows what to do. Had a couple wins in the Light Series, I think, also last season. Side by side right now, the battle is for 4th place. Weeks and Degenhardt. Weeks with the spot. Caution is out. Field will back it down. Problems off 4 involving Lamas and Dixon. 48 and 14. And Chris Wetz with some severe damage in the 71. So for 4, it looks like maybe the 14 in trouble. Running in the 15th spot. Just catches the white line, and that sends him around. Everyone else trying to avoid a clip there for David Alvarez. But man, you saw that group of cars getting through there. The 8, the 20, the 18. Michael Norman was there as well. Man, that was a little scary. Actually, could have been way worse than it was, but that is going to be damage for the 14, especially the 71. I mean, with moderate damage, side damage is not that hard to fix. It won't hurt you too much. It might hurt you a little bit in the corners, or excuse me, on the straightaways. Actually, rear end damage is what you don't want for the corners, because that will really loosen you up. Yeah, the 48 just kind of sliding off the bumper of everyone as they were trying to slow it down. But looks like no harm, no foul. Just a bit of a spin. Surprised to see Tyler Mallon that far back. Maybe playing the alternate strategy as well. It's hard to keep track of all this when you're by yourself in the booth. Oh man. If you have never done NR ever before, I would maybe start off at some simpler ovals. And then kind of work your way to that, because if you're used to games like the U-Technics NASCAR series or the NASCAR Heat series, this is a bit of a different beast as far as physics go. So that run was plenty long enough that everyone came down that time. Zach Rogers will retake the lead with Tingley now second, and Sides will be third. And it's Dejan Weeks and Noah Degenhardt will be 4th and 5th. Goss in 6th. Emery, Baker, Gonzalez, and Amoito will now be 10th. At least that's how they came out of the pits. Of course, that might shake up once we get the choose cone here. A couple drivers looks like with penalties, including Jovan Anderson. Oh boy, that is not what the 93 wants. But we've seen Jovan Anderson make hard charges from the back to the front. I mean, not going to quite have as much time this time around. But it can definitely be done. It's going to be 50 to go here at the stripe this time. Anderson back down, maybe looking to top off with fuel. Field has doubled it up. And Tingley choosing the inside, going to give the advantage track position wise to the 24. I almost said the 2. That was last season. So a slight little shakeup up toward the front. But Roger and Sides both have shown plenty of speed. Chris Emery dropping back just a little. Going to be 7th on this restart. Probably going to want to make up some ground here. Yeah, I would definitely say that Charlotte would be a good starter. Richmond maybe before Bristol. And of course start with some very simple setups before you start tuning it. But hey, give it a go. It's always great to see. It's always great to see this old game get some love. I mean, it's still one of the best out there. And the best part is, it's not iRacing, but it's free. Green flag back out once again. Slow start from the 24. Gets a shove from Dejan Weeks, but Zach Rogers takes a commanding lead already. Well, commanding by not even getting to turn 1 standards. Ooh, a little sideways and into the wall goes Degenhardt. Keeps it going straight though. A little shove from the 63. Couple fellow Toyotas there. Doesn't look like any major harm done as far as damage goes. A great job by all those guys to keep it straight. Degenhart, though, looking to try to get that back, trying to get by the 27 of William Goss. As we are under caution yet again, and it's Teixeira again. And there's Seth Cole spun around. The 78, he gets a tow to pit road. No, it actually happened in front of him. And oh, loose, and it's David Alvarez spinning out. Blake Warren doing a good job just to nudge him a little bit, but not cause anything much further, and then trying to take avoidant action to Teixeira and Cole. Get into it just a little bit. 68 almost had it saved, but just not quite. Yeah, these restarts are dangerous. You see, we're starting to get a little sideways right there as he has to check up for the 20. Nearly caught it, and then it was coming around again. 16 trying to check up there. Wasn't quite able to in time. Ends up spinning the 78. So Cole had just gotten back on the lead lap. But that might end up putting him a lap down again. Allie Rain showing 2 laps down right now. Should get one of those back. 22 Jerm Lewis, I will also mention there, has pulled it off the racetrack as well. So 4 retirees. Only 1 car that's not on the lead lap. Someone's having a little powwow there. Baker and Goss and Tristan Allen getting his nose in there. The Twix machine nearly pulled off the upset, or tried to pull off the upset with the fuel strategy. Of course, the main driver almost did that was Jeff Dixon. Yeah, it is. Yeah, cold tires. Now, I will say, this is a fixed setup league, meaning that all these drivers are running a setup that the admin has chosen, and they have all got the same package. There are open setup leagues, namely the... boy, I can't even think of too many open setups. Bomb Squad Racing is the main one that I can think of. I'm sure there's plenty more out there. Of course, to anyone who wants to go online racing in our 2003, the best place to look would honestly be Facebook. That's where the majority of the groups are. As we're actually going green here, I didn't realize that we were going green that quickly. But Facebook is definitely the best place to look. Leagues of all sizes, different skill levels, different mods. There's an infinite number of mods for this game still. I would really, really recommend it. And especially because it's free, which is pretty awesome. Almost 4 wide. Going down the back straightaway. Goss on the far inside of that. Alexander Gonzalez, though, backing out. And a wise move. But recipient of that is going to be the 69. But that looks like Emery has gone around. There goes Cole Baker as well as everyone tries to avoid him. And no, that was actually Michael Norman. There was contact there, so I think the caution will fly again. Allie Rain spins again. And no, Emery actually fell way back. Cold tires catching out another driver. And no, that was Emery. Excuse me. Too many yellow cars. Yes, I know there's only 2 of them. That is too many. So Emery being in the middle of traffic here. And, maybe just got a little bit close to the 27. Tried to catch it, and then that was that. Allie Rain spun, trying to go to the grass to miss it. And then Cole Baker, of course, just on the bad end of the spinning 52. Yeah, he actually started to spin out himself and tried to catch it, and then just a little tap there from Dunlaprad. But that's the thing, though, because I see that you're saying, like, well, maybe there should be some ejections. Where's the umpire? Well, here's the thing, though. From what I recall, it has not been the same driver twice that has actually caused the caution. I mean, a lot of the spins have been secondaries, but it has not been the same driver twice. It's always been different drivers, which also just shows you just how tricky it actually is trying to keep these things pointing in a straight line on these restarts. I mean, the one possible solution to something like that, which I think that IMRC deployed last season when they went to Rio de Janeiro, was single file restarts. If this continues at the rate that it does, we might see that. I'm not sure. That is, of course, solely up to the admins. Once again, we found a mixed bag of strategy here. Zach Rogers has pitted, but a number of drivers have opted not to, including Shane Sainz and Dejan Weeks. They will be the new front row with Natan Amorito in third. That is exactly where he finished last week, looking to get another good result. Noah Degenhart is now fourth. Tyler Mallon making up track position, now up to fifth, and Gilvin in sixth. A lot of drivers going to the outside, so that's going to help out drivers who were further back, like Jovan Anderson, Chris Wetz, there's Dunlaprad, there's Emery, and then, of course, Zach Rogers, who I think led them down pit road. Back at it again with the white vans. Old memes. Gotta love it. Amorito, though, way down low. I'm not surprised by that. I know that he's going to do everything he can to take the lead. That's just his style, along with the 10. You'll see, of course, a number of different driving styles really close to each other. 36 and the 10, probably the two most aggressive drivers in IMRC. Of course, you can throw Tyler Mallon in that mix as well. Ooh, Rogers a little loose off that apron there. As is the 36 and the 03, and everyone dancing coming off of turn 4. We are now 2 laps shy of the halfway point. Still side by side for second between the 36 and the 10. They are really close. 36 has to get out of the throttle. Just a little bit almost into his corner panel, but they keep it straight. Let's check on through the field, making sure everyone is clean. Everything looks really good right now. Mallon now to the inside. Gonna cut up in front of the 36. Good job there to take third. But here comes Rogers. Looking for fifth on the 87 to Degenhart. Whoa! Almost a stack up there. As the 10 backing up the corner entry. Might give him the advantage on exit. Really close to the 24. Gonna try to make the move for the lead. 24 and the 10. But Rogers, though, he's on fresh tires. Might get third. Ooh, great run, though, off the corner from Mallon. And a great run off the corner for the 24. Gonna hold on to the lead. And a tough break. Oh, man. Thank you for kind of being my subtle little co-commentator here. Nathan Orman in the chat. Will Goss out of the race after blowing fourth gear. Golly, that is a rough one right there. But, of course, there's really nothing you can do if you don't have fourth gear. Ooh, dive there from Mallon. Looking to make it 3 wide. Rogers, though, with fresh tires. Halfway point here, and we are 3 wide for the race lead. Degenhart also going down there. Giving draft help to the 18. 24 with the run on the outside is going to clear them all to hold the lead, at least for now. Golly, the 6. Almost pushing up there. The 18 also, though, on fresher tires, I think. Or no. No, he didn't pit. So, yeah, they're on the same tires as the 24. And now they are clear for the race lead. Great move by Degenhardt, going to take third. But they are all stacked up behind this battle. Of course, we still have one more pit stop should this stay green. Ooh, a little bit more of a checkup there from the 18. Remember, the 6 is the one that is on the fresh tires. They seem pretty even. The 6 is definitely getting the better runs on corner entry. But then it's evening out. Then you see the draft take effect there. As everyone lined up on the outside, I'm a little warpy here. That is solely on my end. Oh my goodness. Let me check my quality, make sure that I'm okay. Yep, my quality did spike there. So is my ping. Oh my gosh. There we go. Now we're going back down. So my apologies for that. There you can kind of see the full standings at a glance. Still side by side for the race late here. 24 and the 18. The 87 still stalking them. Pretty much everybody stalking the leader, Shane Sides. And Guido trying to force his way in line. He's going to be able to do so in front of the 10. And look at them all, completely stacked up here. A couple guys trying some different lines. Degenhardt to the outside, trying to make that work. Doesn't look like that's quite going to be the case. With the 36 right now in fourth. Mallon is kind of settled for right now behind the 24. 6 getting underneath him, and the 10 going as low as you can go. Gets back by the 36. Oh yeah, there's some phenomenal schemes here. Of course, you always love to see the Mikazuki car. That 87 looking nice. Love the 36. Really neat Red Bull type colors on the 6, who is now second. Getting a shove from the Bobby Labonte throwback. And ooh, this might be it right here for the race lead. Can't clear him though. I'm gonna get some gum here because my throat is starting to die on me. Still got a long way to go. This is a great race. Now that we're seeing some green flag laps. Shane Sides with a run here. Is he going to try to make the move going into turn 3? He will not. Trying to maybe save his stuff a little bit. The 6, of course, fresher tires. Ooh, that's a good run, though. Shane Sides not willing to hold back now. He did so going into turn 3. Now he says, alright, that's the run I needed. Let's do this. Looking to take the lead back. Looks like he will do so, and do so handily. Ooh, the loose 36 of Ramuedo. He and the 10 have been tussling a little bit. A bump draft from the 69. Chris Emery, after running really well earlier on, fell way back. And now back up here in the top 10, trying to get that ground back. Of course, don't count out Jovan Anderson either. That car and that driver know how to get it done. 31 laps to go the next time they take the stripe. Rogers back to the inside, trying to get the quarter panel underneath the 24. Not going to make it work, a little loose. Gives room to the 18. Pit stops, of course, will be happening, though. And I would imagine that they would probably be in about 10 laps, probably. Of course, if you want to make it to the end, and you want to do so comfortably, pit window opens about 55. Oh, goodness. Mallon tried to split the middle 3 wide. Rogers denied that, and then tried the outside. I mean, that 18 is willing to make any move work, so long as it will gain them even the slightest bit of track position, or of course make the broadcast interesting, as they admitted at this very race last season. Although, hey, all these drivers are doing a great job of that already. A little bit of a slow start there with some cautions, and of course I'm lagging out again. There's now 30 laps to go, and the race is on. Ooh, 87 pushing up the track a little bit. They're really close to the 10. They keep it going straight. 93 getting by Robbie Gilvin. That is for the 8th position. And of course Chris Wentz. How can we forget the pole sitter? Despite being in some incidents, now trying to get back into the top 10 as well. I will admit though, pole sitters seem to not have the best luck in these races so far. In these first 3 races. A lot of bombing and weaving. I will admit, as far as tires go, these guys all seem pretty even. Of course, the 6th and a couple others who did pit will be able to go farther on fuel. Although all these guys should be good to make it on one more stop. They're definitely not going to the end. Top 4 kind of settled for the time being. Here comes Anderson for 5th. And of course, right when I say that they've settled, Rogers trying to take the shorter way around on the front straightaway. Fall off has actually not been as bad as I thought it would be. Only a few tenths lost so far. Oh man, really close there. Rogers trying to make something happen. And look, speaking of making something happen, holy smokes. Mallon. No fear. Oh, but man, big slide job right there. Trying to stay in front of the 6-6. Has to check up. That stacks them all up behind him. Shane Sides just said, thank you very much. As he pulls a couple car lengths now on everybody else. Man, look how much, just that one little slide job there. And the fact that they had to check up just that little bit to avoid wrecking. And just like that, they are all on top of each other. Oh, there goes Weeks! Up to the wall. No one else involved, but the caution will fly. Golly. 0 to 0. Just like that, pretty much, for the 10. A long ways to go, but let's take a look and see what happened. Maybe Zach Rogers. Rogers is the one that's behind him, and ooh, that looked like just a slight tap. Don't think that was, I highly doubt that was anything intentional. Just tight quarters racing. Great view, they'll show it right here. Yeah, 6 with a run. 87 to the inside. And as they're going in there, yeah, I think the 6 just tried to, just was taking the corner a little bit harder. The 10, maybe not so much. And when it's tight quarters racing like that, these things happen. Though, of course, that's, don't know how that'll be looked at considering what happened between the 6 and the 27 last week. But now everybody's in. We're right at the edge of the fuel window. They all should be okay to make it at least to the end of regulation with this pit stop. Any green white checkers could get a little iffy as if it came down to that as far as fuel. Zach Rogers will likely get the EOL though for that incident. As here they come off pit road. Mallon Sides, Dagenhart pretty close there. Amoito's going to be 4th now. And Cole Baker moving up to 5th. Talk about where did he come from? Looks like Emery will be 6th. Gilvin 7th. Wetz. Dunlap Pratt and Liam Tingley will probably be the top 10. And there's Rogers. Sitting on pit road. Now I've seen a couple cars fall a lap down kind of randomly. I'm not sure exactly what's been going on in that regard. So I'm not sure if it's a lap penalty for stuff like that or what. But as it stands, 22 cars are on the lead lap. David Alvarez was a lap down before that. I believe that he will get the free pass to get back on the lead lap. Bump it up to 23 cars. Only ran 2 laps down as of right now. So Mallon did the advantage of choosing which lane they want. They choose the outside. That is actually pretty interesting. So Rogers did stay on the lead lap. Probably just stayed in the pits there a little longer to try to make sure that you drop to the back. And he's going to have some work to do. Anderson and Weeks going to have some work to do now. It looks like Anderson may have made a strategy call here to get maybe some extra fuel. Either that or maybe had a speeding penalty. I'm not sure. Clutching a lot. Several guys clutching, from what it seems. Probably just in case of that green-white checkered. Which we all know. These IMRC races, that tends to happen. Tend to have a pretty exciting sprint to the finish. So Mallon, the control car, has selected the outside. A very interesting call. We'll see if it pays off. Shane Sides in 2nd. On the inside, and then it's Amoito and Degenhardt the 2nd row. Here we go. Lap 58 of 80. 23 to go. Still 24 cars on the track. And yeah, that inside lane paying off for the 24. But boy, look at this run from Mallon. Well, at least while it lasted. Caution out again. And I don't see why. Did something happen up here? No? What happened there? I don't see anyone in trouble. Unless Allie Rain had something happen. They're still double wide. Nathan, if you're able to listen in on a stream for me, I'd be really interested to see what the heck just happened there, because we're back to green. So we went green, and then the caution flew, and then we're back out again. And boy, a little more dicey this time. Look at Amoito on the inside. Really making it work down there. Z87 way up the track. Has to get out of the throttle. Great save, but man, that is going to cost him some spots. 3 wide for the lead. The 18 has tried that move a few times. Will it pay off this time? Not quite. He gets loose. Saves it. Tries to keep the 71 behind him. That's not going to work. Almost contact, 69, 11. 11 forced down to the inside. And that's actually going to work. Almost up to 4th. We'll settle into 5th, but a move by Cole Baker that wasn't really entirely by will is going to put him in a great position. Weeks down to the inside. Oh man, he is chasing that thing up, chasing it. Ooh, keeps it straight. So caution, that brief caution there was by word of my out-of-booth commentator there. Daniel Rodriguez fell out of the server. They were just getting it back in. Spit out my chewing gum because I'm about to freaking choke on it with how these battles are going down right now. 20 to go, and Amoedo trying for the lead on Shane's sides now. Ooh, again, chasing it up the track just that little bit. Chris Emery is back up to 3rd. Keep an eye on that. Twisted T number 52 as there's the caution once more. And it's Jovan Anderson with a tore up rear end. Dejan Weeks may have also been involved. Those two racing for 9th and 10th, and it looked like Anderson just started to get a little sideways. And the 10 just couldn't quite get slowed down. I mean, my God, when you're going almost 170 miles an hour trying to turn, that's pretty hard to do. Yep, going into the corner. Back end just steps out that a little bit. He tried to save it. Got bumped. And then Cody Lamas comes by. Broadsides of 10. Again, only those two involved. But the 10's got even more work to do, and now the 93 is going to have some work to do on that car. So, man, a couple more fast drivers in trouble. I mean, man, the 71 has fallen back. The 52 has fallen back at points. Zach Rogers has fallen back. Shane Side so far has been the only one to really keep it up at the front so far. So a number of drivers pit, but some don't, and that includes the 52 of Emery. We know that he can pull off this strategy pretty well. And hello to Tristan Allen and Blake Warren. Gonna now be 2nd and 3rd. Clutching quite a bit. Daniel Rodriguez has gone ahead here. Shown 3 laps down right now. See how many of those laps he might get back. Looks like he's getting one of them at least right now. They may have actually put him back on the lead lap if the rule applies that he gets all but one back as of when he fell out. Yeah, it looks like maybe they're trying to get that settled and squared away. So Emery, Allen, and Warren have stayed out. Looks like Mallon may have opted for an alternate strategy. Possibly 2 tires. Going to be restarting in 4th. And Amoedo 5th. And Jeff Dixon in 5th. Again, also maybe an alternate call. Or shown 6th. Okay, yeah, 6th, excuse me. Sorry, I miscounted. Gonna be 16 laps to go when they go green this time. Mixed bag of strategy. We know that Emery's got a fast car. We have not seen much of the 80 or the 8 yet up here. So what are they going to be able to do to try to hold on to this track position? Shane Sides and Chris Sweats will form up the 4th row, and then Baker and Henry Nova will round out the top 10. as we come to 16 to go. Everyone should now be good to go. 52, slightly older tires. The 80 and the 8 making a ballsy call to try to gain some ground. Been running back in about the mid-teens to down to the 20s for most of the race. They've had enough of it. They said, hey, let's see what we can do up here. Checking back though, Dejon Weeks and Jovan Anderson going to be at the back of the field. There's the 93s with the 6. Those two are going to be tearing through. And that rear end doesn't look much worse for wear either for the 93. So Chris Emery, the control car, the 52. From the front to the back to the front again. Here we go, 16 to go. Short run, but not a sprint. So you're still going to have to try to be careful. The 8 not getting going all that quickly. The 80 up the track. Gonna lose a couple spots. But now it's Mallon, Amoino, and Sides trying to chase down the 52. Everyone getting a little dicey further back here. As Rogers and Anderson are going to try to make up some ground, as will the 10 and the 14, who really lost out on that restart. The 8 dropping out. The 80, though, doing a good job of holding his ground. But, of course, Emery looking the strongest of them all. Mallon in second. Just gets by the 36 as they were side by side. Had a push. And now is going to clear the 24, trying to stay in front of the 11. Going to make that work. 24 to the outside of the 36. With 14 to go. Can Emery hold on? Big dive there from the 36. Gonna clear for second, no problem. Nearly got his nose in there for the lead. But gonna lose a little bit of ground. Is it redemption time finally for the 52? He's got a long way to go though to hold these guys off. 13 laps now. And Amoito is looking really, really fast. And the caution will fly once again, and again it's Jovan Anderson. There's Don LaPrade around. Allie Rain. Let's see what we have this time. The inside, 25.93, and 93 clips apron, and man, had kind of a Michael McDowell type snap. And probably just went a little bit too low there. There is a slightly different amount of grip down there. Yeah, it just starts to go around and tries to catch it. The car snags. And that's that. Allie Rain doing a little drifting through the grass to miss that. But from bad to worse for the 93 and the 25, just an innocent bystander, that one. Don't think he's going to be too happy about that, but man, that just shows you how treacherous it really, really is. Lap 69. Nice. Looks like Chris Emery has come down pit road. Indeed he has. Looking to get some fresh tires on there. Fresh tires also for the 80 and some others. We'll see what that's going to be able to. We'll see what that's going to do for them. And yeah, bad to worse indeed. Completely neglected the fact that that was the second strike. And Jovan Anderson, his night is over. Man. Well, from the highest of highs, winning at Michigan, to the lowest of lows. But that's racing. So we're going to take 11 to go this time. Most likely going to take 1 to green. Majority of these guys up here have stayed out, so they're all going to be on even ground. I think the first car that pitted is probably going to end up being the 52. Looks like the 36 may have also pitted. Or is actually coming back in. So possibly a penalty on the 36. Golly, another driver is suffering the wrath of the back to the front syndrome. Juice cone rule in effect. The 18 and the 24 going to be the front row. Zach Rogers back up here in contention. Going to now be third with Cole Baker fourth. And Henry Nova. Talk about where did he come from as well. Now going to be fifth on the inside of Noah Degenhart. And Alexander Gonzalez, who I got to say here, has quietly been sticking around in the top 10 for quite a while here. Now 7th on the inside of Gilvin, who's also been having a quiet but good night. And then Dejan Weeks and Liam Tingley. Looks like they're going to be the top 10. So 10 laps is now the number. Again, not quite a full-on sprint. If you gun your tires as hard as you can right now, that might come back to haunt you in the final couple laps. And that's, of course, assuming that we stay green for these final 10 laps. And if we don't go into overtime, which is always a possibility. Of course, Zach Rogers, also a back to the front story. Now third in the 6th. Trey, I'd be happy to tell you about it in just a moment. But first, we got some racing to go here on a stack up on the outside, and everyone's involved. 24 did not get going, and everyone spins behind him, including Tyler Mallon. Oh no, he actually saved it. But the leader from all that, maybe. No, it looks like they're going to let Mallon keep the lead. I'm sorry, I thought I saw them spin. That was completely my bad. Nope, yep, they saved it. So Shane Sides from the front row just did not get going. Oh, I think he blew second gear. Yeah, Mallon did save it. But at the moment of caution, I would actually be very surprised if Henry Nova is not credited with the lead. Zach Rogers spins again. No more guys behind him. That was ugly. But that's also just bad fortune right there. So it looks like Mallon is going to be credited with the lead, but that now gives Henry Nova second. And there's Alexander Gonzalez, and Chris Emery on the fresher tires is now back up here. There's Dejan Weeks. Tristan Allen is now going to be 6th. Chris Wetz and Degenhart 7th and 8th. And Guido going to choose the inside here. Going to probably be to the inside of Tingley for 10th. Assuming, of course, that we're going green this time. So I'll try to go over this really quickly. Trey, if you are interested in racing in this, get on Facebook and contact a gentleman by the name of Shane Sides. Well, it's IMRC. Things are going to get crazy. And we still got a little ways to go here. It's going to be 8 laps this time. Mallon and Nova now the front row. Henry Nova has not been up to the front this close at all. So now it's going to be time to see what that 66 can do with the GoPro machine. The stream isn't working. Well, they have another lap of pacing here, so that's good. I can check. OBS says it's good. Stream connection's good. Everything looks good on my end. If there is any issue though, please let me know. Stream's okay? Alrighty. Well, if anything does go wonky again, please let me know. So it will be 7 laps. .24. I'm in lost second gear there. He's going to drop back. There he is. Zach Rogers once again from back to the front of the back and now about midfield. Fontana Moreno in front of him. Those guys are going to be hungry to make up ground. Don't count out Chris Wetz. I think Mallon's going to be tough to beat, but we're going to find out here. 63, a little slow going there. Henry Nova's going to merge in front of him. Almost takes off the nose of the 63. Of course, you got Emery up there as well. But Mallon with the lead. And no, and Molino spun out and they were flying. I ran out of words there. I didn't know what to say. So into the corner. And just loops it in front of Rogers. Airborne is the 03. Alvarez is flying. Destroys Daniel Rodriguez's 20. Into the inside wall goes the 48. Up and over goes the 36 for good measure. Liam Tingley's car is smoking. He's done. Again, Alvarez, that 68 car going for a flight. It's late race restarts. And even then, that's just the cold tire syndrome. Car getting loose, and that was that. Man, a great avoiding job by a number of guys there. Baker, LaPrade, Gilvin, to name a few. But Zach Rogers in it again. That 6 car not catching a break so far. Either this season. Have a look at the 20 Rodriguez. Look at the run that Alvarez gets on the outside there for a moment, then they start to spin in front of him, and just nowhere for anyone to go. Jeff Dixon also collected. It's late race drama in IMRC. So Mallon held on to the lead. Going to be leading again here. We have taken 5 laps to go. They're choosing their lanes. It will now be 4 to go when we go green. Mallon giving Nova a little how do you do. Of course you got Emery there who is going to be flying here. Going to be third. Alex Alexander Gonzalez is going to be up in 4th. Gosh darn it, Xfinity. Stop doing that. Dejan Weeks is 5th and Tristan Allen in 6th. Tristan Allen was keeping the car clean. Got up front there for a little bit on strategy. Haven't seen him much up there since then, or before that. And now the 80 with a chance at a great result here. There's Chris Wetz in 7th and Gilvin in 8th. And then it's Noah Degenhart. And Blake Warren finds his way into the top 10 now. A number of drivers have not caught up here, so we might even push the restart a lap later. We'll find out here. See if they accelerate at the line or not. Brad making a hard turn. I'm not sure what that was. Actually, he came down pit road, so yeah, I guess we're not going green here. Maybe looking for a little extra fuel just in case something goes wrong. So now 3 laps to decide it. If we don't make it to the white flag, we will have overtime. If we make it to the white and a contact incident occurs, the field will be frozen at the moment of caution. Tyler Mallon, Henry Nova, the front row. Emery and Gonzalez, Weeks and Allen, the front 3 rows. Cold tires, slippery track. And a win up for grabs for a couple drivers that have not seen IMRC victory lane yet. At least IMRC Cup Series victory lane. Or some that haven't seen it in a very, very long time. Mallon, of course, the championship runner-up last season, the winningest driver of last season. Chris Emery looking for some redemption. And Henry Nova just looking to get a W. In the most unexpected way possible. Here we go. 3 laps to decide it at Fontana. Bobbing and weaving, almost 3-4 wide in the back. Mallon with the preferred lane. Everyone a little all over the place further back there. Ooh, Allie Rain almost in trouble. Keeps it straight. 3 wide midfield. Mallon is clear though in the lead. Dejan Weeks trying the big dive. Trying to take as many spots as he can. He's going to at least get up to 3rd. Wetz trying to get by the 87. The 87 throws the block. 2 to go. Emery on the bumper in the 18. To the inside. Remember, he's got slightly fresh tires. The 63 is going to spin it. The 80 is collected, as is one other driver. And it's Rogers again. Green, white, checkered. The 63, the first to go around. I saw that much. Did he just loop it? Ooh, not quite. Just came down a little bit on the 69. The 6 and the 80, not sure what happened there. Probably just avoiding it. Yeah, the 80 started to spin just a little bit, tried to catch it. The 6, not quite able to get it slowed down, and around they go. Yeah, that to me just looked like the 63 came down. Just that little bit and got clipped. But now Emery, coming to a green-white checkered, is going to be the control car. Took the lead from Mallon. Not by much, but had it at the moment of caution. And it's the 10 and the 66. 66 ahead of the 10, excuse me. Degenhardt still 5th. Doing a great job up here. And it's Gilvin. And then Wetz. And Baker. And Shane Size now back up into the top 10 despite missing a gear. Also maybe looking to maybe gain some ground is Dunn LaPrade. Maybe trying to get back in the top 10. So we are now officially into overtime this lap. So far that is 3 for 3 this season for races going into overtime. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more exciting. It's IMRC. Someone warping there that appears to be the 20 Rodriguez. Ooh, boy. So 36 showing a lap down. I think that was probably because of causing a wreck on a restart. 22 cars on the track. 21 on the lead lap. And with Dejan Weeks, some of the moves that he's pulled, restarting in 5th on the inside, I can only imagine what we're going to see from that Smithfield car. Emery has had one of the stronger cars tonight. Mallon, of course, no fear, going to do everything that they can to get it done. I think that this is going to shape up to be a pretty good one. But of course, they have to make it to the white in order for the race to be official. At that point, caution will end the race. If they don't make it to the white, we'll try again. And again until we get to lap 90. So Emery and Mallon, it's green-white checkered attempt number 1, and they're off. A little slower restart from the 18, not what they wanted. Emery with a great jump. 66 might actually clear for second, and will do so. So now can he hunt down the 52? 4 wide! Wetz on the inside. Weeks falling back a little bit. 69 and the 87 side by side. Gloves are off now. The 18 trying to get back into second. Looks like they're going to make it to the white flag. Sliding there. Some Dyson further back. Sides and company. But we've made it to the white flag. Race is official. They will race back unless the caution comes out. Mallon gets second back. Almost contact with the 66 and 87. 69 pushes up. All the Toyotas going at it for third on back. Baker with a great job there. Getting up to third down. Big dive from the 10. Can the 18 try to reel in the 52? It's not going to work. They're going to Chris Degenhardt in the wall. But Chris Emery will get the monkey off of his back and win it at Auto Club. Redemption for the 52. And I believe his first IMRC Cup Series win. What a roller coaster day for that 52. But got the restart that he needed and never looked back. They were jockeying, they were wrecking all over the place behind them. And that is a relieved, happy burnout right there. from a win in the bank at Michigan turned into a DNF. And bringing it home at the sister track. Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California. West Coast burning it down. Chris Emery. And he's letting loose on that one. And rightfully so. Tyler Mallon will come home second with a great finish. We'll take another look at this final lap. It will be a great view of it here. A lot of moves being made back here. All the Toyotas going at it. Gilvin up the track. Baker getting the move done to get into third. Of course, wants a 10 make this dive bomb. We kind of saw that coming. The 87. Oh, he did get doored. So that's what sent him around. The only car involved somehow. And then look at this shuffle. Oh, Henry Nova losing out a lot. Unfortunately. Yeah, great run going there. But we'll take a look at the official results here. By how they cross the stripe. So Emery with the win. Mallon second. Cole Baker will be third. Great story there. Great job. Whoops. That is not the button I meant to hit. This is the button. So great run for the 11. And then just a hornet's nest behind that. So Chris Wetz looks like will be fourth. Gosh darn it. All the wrong buttons. So Chris Wetz with a great recovery drive. Paul Sitter will finish in fourth. Don LaPrade also a great recovery will finish with the top 5. Shane Side sixth. Then Zach Rogers in 7th. Jeff Dixon 8th. And then Robbie Gilvin and Cody Lamas will round out the top 10. Dejon Weeks fell back to 11th. And then Tristan Allen, there's Seth Cole, who actually managed to get by the 78, or excuse me, 66. Seth is a 77. Oh my god. And then just craziness further back beyond that. Teixeira and Warren spinning out there. I think the two teammates just wrecked each other. Coming to the stripe. They both still beat the 23. Good finish there. Man, dramatic finish. Pretty caution-filled race. That was fun to behold. Let's see if we can get... oh, no, Chris Emery has left TeamSpeak. So we will not be getting a winner's interview, unfortunately. Of course, everyone's getting in the waiting room here looking to be talked to. I guess we'll start with the the runner-up just left the room there. I'm just checking on through here, see who we're going to be talking to. I think we're going to go down the order, and I will start with Don LaPrade, who's sitting right here.
User was moved to your channel.
So we'll start with you. Of course, the winner left, so can't talk to him. But congrats to Chris Emery. Don LaPrade, but kind of all over the place tonight. Couple wrecks, but will emerge with a top 5 finish. Your thoughts on tonight and how you're feeling about it?
Considering how, I guess, really bad I was in the race, I am very thrilled to get that top 5 finish. That was probably the most Mickey Mouse top 5 finish if I could ever think of one, because there was no way I should have finished in the top 5 in that. I wasn't even a top 10 driver in that whole race, if I'm being honest. I didn't even know what I was doing. I qualified poorly, so we got stuck in the middle of that pack where a lot of that stuff was going on. I got caught up in a wreck. I mean, Joven. I mean, I know he said that he was sorry to me. I mean, he's cool, man. I know he didn't do it on purpose. That was just a classic case, just getting loose and just taking someone out on accident, and then that restart where everybody stacked up because Shane, I think, lost the gear, and then it was all a calamity. It was
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
wait up.
it was not a fun time for me to go through all that. I mean, I gotta be honest, I probably crapped my pants more than anyone just because of how crazy it was going around. Not only me trying to survive, but also trying not to get hit and just trying to at least get a good finish out of it. But to be able to get a top 5 out of that, I mean, with the way everything was tonight, I will run away with a top 5, and I will be happy with that because, as I said, there was no way there was no way I should have finished in the top 5 there. I mean, like I said, they were all just going crazy, and I just had to try to survive, and I almost died in that race. I don't know how many times. I mean, I can't even think of a number in my head. That's just how many times I was on the edge of my seat of just getting wiped out. But again, to get a top 5 finish, it's a good way to start out the season. Hopefully we could continue this on, and hopefully, later on in the season we can, hopefully we can get a win or two, because I know that's starting to become kind of a thing now where everybody's kind of mixing it up, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just so glad I survived. That's all that matters.
There was a lot of movement throughout that whole race. Drivers going from the back to the front to the back to the front. I don't think there was hardly anybody that wasn't at the front that was at the back at some point. But great job. Congrats on the top 5. Any closing thoughts from you and your thoughts going into Vegas?
Well, I mean, I don't really have any closing thoughts other than that I just crapped my pants so many times in that race, like I said, so I'll probably have to get a new pair of underwears for that. But that's it, I guess. I'm speechless right now, as you can tell.
Well,
Speechless and smelly.
yes,
I mean,
yeah,
speechless,
dude,
smelly,
you're.
and smiley because I managed to get a top 5, so those 3 in one go.
But dude, the booth smells like poop. Go change.
I'll be like Tony Stewart where I just crap my pants and hopefully I can win a race out of that.
Well, good luck to you though. Great, congrats. Regardless of how it came, top 5. Good job, man.
Thank you.
User left your channel.
Oh, good fun. Welcome, Blake. Good to have you, man.
Yeah, by all means, go ahead and continue your conversations. Don't mind me. I'll talk at the end.
Hey, no problem. We'll get the runner-up. And hey, there's third place finisher. We'll just go down the finishing order here, I think. At least roughly.
User was moved to your channel.
So we'll go to the runner-up next here. Tyler Mallon. The theme throughout the night was pretty much going from the back to the front to the back to the front for just about everybody. You were at the front there. Gonna end up runner-up to Emery. But a great run no less. How are you feeling?
Mixed feelings. For the first half of the race, I absolutely sucked because I was eating and driving at the same time, and I obviously can't do that. So I just drove into the wall on the straightaway multiple times. I hope you guys didn't catch that. It was really stupid.
Well, I did not, so.
All right, good. But then after that, I decided to, stop eating and drove a lot better and got up to P2. Just wish there weren't so many cautions that race. There were a lot of people being unnecessarily aggressive, and I was one of them. I decided to take a break from being unaggressive and try a few moves, but I really didn't like doing that. Honestly, I don't really see the point in racing people like that. So I'm gonna go back to aggressive and clean from now on.
Back to basics, pretty much.
That's what I did last season and worked pretty well. So
Yeah, we got made you the winningest driver last season. Still looking as fast as ever so far in the running. But good job on the runner up there. I'm all out of coming up with good questions to ask, so I guess I'll ask any closing thoughts. Or actually, well, yeah, closing thoughts. And you mentioned something about drama going on.
Don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
You'll probably hear about it, but I'm not going to be the one to say it.
I'll be sure to read about it. but no, congrats, good job, and looking forward to seeing what you can do down in Las Vegas.
Thanks.
User left your channel.
That was the runner-up, Mallon. I'm gonna go ahead and drag Mr. Where Did He Come From of the night? Third place finisher.
User was moved to your channel.
So, Mr. Where Did He Come From? Third place, Cole Baker.
Yes.
Where'd you pull that out of? And that was freaking crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That move on the inside was insane. I don't know where that came from. I had a instinct to just send it because I knew that Henry, I mean, don't get me wrong, Henry had pretty fresh tires. I had a little bit fresher tires after that overtime attempt, but that was just insane. I just followed my instinct, and I was just making pretty crazy 3-wide moves all race, and I was clean. I never got any strikes, so I don't know. I had like 3 laps of actual practice, so yeah, I'm just glad I was able to capitalize off of it.
Well, I will admit, though, I mean, I say where did he come from, but you definitely got your nose toward the front at certain points. Probably hung out around tail end of the top 10, just outside the top 10, I'd say. Who am I kidding? People came and went the whole race. I have no idea who did what, but coming from the mid pack and you made it work. But I guess that also begs the question of just how tough those restarts were as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, especially when Shane broke second gear on that restart. I thought that was going to get pinned on that, and I'm like, wait, I knew that Shane was a lot faster than that race, especially on the restart, so I was like, okay, I know it wasn't fully my fault, but I was able to finish it off, because Emery, I don't know what lap it was, but Emery came up, hit me in the wall, got damaged again from that restart, so I'm just glad I was able to get third.
Freaking well-deserved third place. You did what you had to do. That was awesome to see. Closing thoughts, and again, where did it come from? I'm sorry.
Yeah, closing thoughts, man. Just I'm really happy. These last 2 races have been really rough. I've got screwed over just from things that were kind of out of my control. I said some things that I shouldn't have. Things got heated between me and Robbie, so I feel I don't feel kind of bad. I feel really bad about that, but at the same time, something has to be done. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll just leave it at that. But overall, really proud of the effort here. So, yeah.
It was fun to watch, man. Good job. Hoping to see you as well at Las Vegas.
Yep, 10-4, thanks.
User left your channel.
Cole Baker always knows how to. Well, that's been Cody Lamas for the most part. Mr. Where Did He Come From? This time it was Cole Baker. I'm running out of things to say. Holy crap! So I'm gonna get the last 2 guys in here. That it would be Tristan Allen and Zach Rogers. They're waiting down there. And I'll also talk to Blake a little bit. We get.
User was moved to your channel.
Whoop. Sorry about that.
User was
We'll get the last couple guys in here. Hello. Who do I start with?
Tristan, he's hyperactive.
When is he not? You eat too much Twix.
Like 5 a.m. At 5 a.m. That's where I'm not.
Well, fair point. Let's see. You finished somewhere. I don't remember.
Again? I think I got back to back.
But you definitely had a bird's eye view of a lot of craziness going on throughout that race. So I guess I'll just ask your perspective from your view on a lot of the craziness going on in front of you.
Everyone was just being really aggressive with like on the first couple laps when everyone knew that there was cold tires, but people were still like sending it like 4 wide, like, and there was like some things like it was like for 20th people were making it 4 wide on the restart, which like I don't get stuff like that at all, and it got better throughout the race, but it was just that first bit was just really messy.
Yeah, it proved to be a little messy there, but like I said, it maybe calmed down a little bit. But the Twix machine, at least bringing it home in one piece. It's good to see. Thoughts?
Well, 2 pieces.
2 pieces. Oh yeah.
I don't have a back end. It's somewhere.
Oh, I thought you meant left and right Twix. I'm going to keep that meme going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But thoughts heading into Vegas? Oh no, I'm running out of questions.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get more like consistently up there, and like I know it was through like avoiding the giant restart checkup wreck, but I was still up there trying to get another top 10, which just trying to get top 10 finishes, point my way into the chase if at all possible.
Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. Best of luck as well. We're going to move on to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I'm sorry. That just came up. I'm sorry, that was terrible. He wants to kill me now. So, again, the theme has been back to the front, back to the front. Unfortunately, it didn't end your way. But overall speed, you had a lot of it.
What do you mean? I got 7th after getting wrecked twice.
Oh, yeah, you did. It's been a long game.
Start right now. You don't even have to ask the question, man. What a race. I was up front like all night, and I was having a blast with everybody. There were a little too many cautions to my liking, but you know what you gonna do.
Right.
But we were racing hard there, and I just barely got into Dejan, man, and I still feel so bad. He told me not to worry about it, but I still feel so bad about that. That was just like the smallest bump into the corner ever. And then I got back up to the front, and I was gonna restart third. I was restarting third, and Shane lost second gear. I got just barely clipped by Cole. I was like, I gotta pit for tires, so I pit. Then I was behind my teammate Natan, and we came out of turn 2. Natan got loose, wrecked it. I got sent into the wall. I thought I'm done. Went to pit road. It was a 14.7 stop. Like, they didn't even really barely bang on it. Went back out there again. Then on the next restart there was a wreck in front of me, and Tristan was trying to miss it, and I think Tristan told me earlier he got a little loose, and we got together, and I wrecked again, and I thought I was definitely done considering the way my front end looked. They banged on it for like 18 seconds, no engine shut off, and then I just rode on the bottom and got up to 7th. So I'll take it. That's the end of that race. I'll take it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that I wouldn't say well deserved, because I think that speed wise you definitely deserve better, but definitely better than I apparently thought you finished.
Hey, man, last two weeks, Tega, I was in top 10, come through the tri-oval, bumper grab, fell to 15th. Last week, very unfortunate wreck at Michigan. I think I finished 15th, top 5 speed again. So I had top 5 speed again tonight, so I'm just kind of happy I got close to that at the end
Yeah, hey, good job. And all I'll say is it's hard to keep track of everything when you're the only commentator. So sorry about that. But good job, though. I'm sure that W will be coming your way here soon enough. I'll ask one last question to my colleague here. Blake ran on track tonight, but I do have to ask about that finish. Teammates wrecking each other. That's interesting.
So that was entirely unintentional. I always run the hood camera, the roof camera.
User disconnected
So
from your
when I was really just trying to like cut down lower, because I knew that someone was like coming to a charge on the inside. So literally the 16 was in my blind spot in every sense of the word. I did not see him. I didn't get a notification from the spotter that, hey, you've got a car on your inside. Entirely unintentional, and I'm glad more than anything. I'm glad that he actually got ahead of me there at the finish. So all I can simply say about my race is that I went into this with the hopes that I'd finish better than where I started, and we kind of succeeded at that. I'm disappointed. I think that the left front tire got a little worn out in one of the final wrecks, and I lost like all the grip that I had initially starting earlier in the race. Biggest issue for the entirety of the night really was so many cars were picking the outside, and it just didn't always feel the safest to go on the bottom. You really needed the fresh tires to make it work. But I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on it, but I'm glad I at least tried to race, and I'm glad that I didn't get wrecked out. So that's a step in the right direction. But now we've only got 2 more races on the season, and I got to be completely honest, I don't think that this performance is going to be worthy of a bonus race. So I guess we'll be on to Outland in a few weeks, and either on Daytona or maybe on Kentucky. I don't know yet. So.
Hey Blake, I got a question for you while you're in here. I was behind you on one restart, and I couldn't tell if you had damage or perhaps you were in like the wrong gear, because it felt like you had a lot of performance damage on one of those restarts.
There wasn't any performance damage. Actually, the issue was that so I'm so used to driving my Mazda Miata that oftentimes I will shift from 2nd gear to 4th gear because I don't really need the revs, but I'm trying to keep it low on the fuel consumption, and just force of mental habit, I just made a mistake there, and I forgot. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not driving a 90 sports car, so yeah, yeah.
All right,
man. Zach just called out Blake. Drama. I'm sorry.
Stop it. Stop it.
What?
For all the shifts that I made that entire race, that was the only one that I messed up on.
Oh, it's just my luck that I was behind you for it.
I was more afraid that you were going to wreck me in retaliation, so it's I'll give you room.
I just wanted to get by you and go.
Understandable.
And all I'll say is to TV Land, who doesn't know, Natan said that I should become the NRTMZ, so I guess I adopted that role for a second. I'm going to try not to do that. Try.
Alright, man, it's your broadcast. I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, thank you to all the drivers for partaking in that. That was a 30-car field. That is always fantastic to see. Always a lot of fun to watch. Thank you to everyone for watching. Again, next week will be Las Vegas officially this time. I know I keep saying, oh, it's Las Vegas next week, or is it this week? It is officially next week now. I can confirm that. So, hope to see everyone there. Same time, same place. Until then, though, thank you all for watching. Congratulations, Chris Emery, on the win tonight. Thank you all. Take care. Bye for now.